Well, hello everyone and welcome back to another theme park obsession video. My name is Dylan and thank you so much for tuning back into the channel. Today I'm back in the office, as you can see, because Universal just broke some news this morning about their brand new theme park opening up in Frisco, Texas. So let's not waste any time and dive into all the latest from Universal Studios. So not too long ago, while Universal was kind of rebranding itself, rebranding its Parks and Resorts division, they also announced a brand new theme park opening up in Frisco, Texas in the next couple of years. And at the time of making this video, we finally have a name for that theme park, and it's called Universal Kids Resort. And remember, this new theme park is not meant to cannibalize the market that's going to Universal Orlando Resort or to Hollywood or any of the other resorts around the world. This is meant to be something local for the surrounding area and the surrounding states. It's not this massive destination. I'm sure a lot of people will want to fly out to check this out, of course, but this is not that kind of market. In addition to the name drop, Universal also showed off a brand new piece of concept art, and this concept art is slightly different than the first piece of concept art that we got when they initially announced the park. The piece of land that Universal has here is pretty nicely sized as well. They obviously have enough room for the park, expansion pads, they have enough room for a big sizable parking lot, and room for a 300-room hotel. And the hotel is a very smart move because after people are done playing in the park, they have somewhere to stay and it's on property. They don't have to go anywhere else, and Universal can capitalize on that. And in addition to all the rides and attractions, Universal has said that they're going to be playing around with the food and beverage options. They're going to be a little bit more creative when it comes to that. And there's also going to be some play areas in the park too. It's not just the rides, like the flat rides and the water rides and stuff. There'll be some play areas, and I wouldn't be surprised if there's some indoor play areas as well. And speaking of the rides, I do wonder, just looking at the concept art, I wonder if the park will have a few dark rides. Now, obviously we can see some of the flat rides and some of the little kiddie coasters in the park, and then obviously that big water ride in the center. But yeah, what about some cool dark rides? We've seen them do dark rides before. The latest one in their arsenal was the Secret Life of Pets Off the Leash at Universal Studios Hollywood. That's a great dark ride, and I wonder if they're going to be doing stuff like that at this brand new park in Frisco, Texas. And upon closer inspection with the concept art, it's looking like there will be a SpongeBob themed area in this park, and that alone will probably draw a lot of families to the park. I think SpongeBob is one of the coolest cartoons ever. I used to watch SpongeBob all the time when I was younger, and I think having a SpongeBob themed land in one of Universal's parks is a very, very smart idea. At the very top, going counterclockwise, it's looking like that might be a Jurassic Park or Jurassic World section. Rounding the corner towards the left, not really sure what that land's going to be. It's very hard to tell. Down at the bottom, closest to the hotel, might be a Trolls themed land. And then again, in the center, maybe some Minion stuff, and then that massive water attraction that looks really, really cool. So I'm very curious to see what this will all look like as the final product, because remember, a lot of the concept stuff changes. And again, all the attractions in the park are not meant to be these wild and crazy things. They are, again, geared for the kids, the families. This is a very tame park. There's a couple roller coaster credits I see in there, which is awesome. So we might have to go out to the park to get those roller coaster credits. But again, all the rides and attractions in this new theme park are not supposed to be extremely thrilling. Of course, they'll be thrilling in their own right for the kids, but the bigger stuff will be at Universal's bigger destinations, again, like Orlando, Hollywood, and around the world. And overall, I think the concept of this park is pretty smart because obviously it caters to the local crowd and the surrounding states, but I think one of the main reasons why they wanted to do this is because it inspires those families to maybe visit the larger destinations. They'll get used to the Universal brand, they'll love the experience at this smaller park, and they go, you know what, let's save up some money and go to one of the bigger bigger destinations, like at Universal Orlando. They got 4 theme parks out there, well, 3 theme parks and the water park. So yeah, this could be like a gateway park for families to then go to some of the other destinations. I think the park will be beautiful and perfect in its own right. But again, yeah, I think they're doing this to inspire more families to travel to other things other than Disney. Because I feel like a lot of the family, when they save money up for a trip with their kids, the first thing that comes to mind as far as theme parks are concerned is Disney. And I think Universal wants the family to think otherwise. They want to think of more options, obviously, because they're a business. They want people to spend money at Universal properties and not Disney properties. But this is great for competition, because then the next question is, well, what will Disney do? Do you think Disney will build a park like this that is catered just for the little ones and not this big giant theme park like, here in California we got Disneyland, and then obviously over at Walt Disney World. Will they do a smaller park also in Texas to compete with Universal? The battle for the consumer is massive in the theme park world, and every single company wants to capture that consumer and for as long and as much as they can. So yeah, I think in the next few years, I would not be shocked if Disney does announce a smaller regional theme park that is very similar to the Universal Kids Resort that we're going to be seeing here open up in just a couple years. It would be great competition, and it would force Universal to then strive for even greater things when it comes to these smaller parks. And not saying that this park is going to be bad in any way. I'm just saying, like, competition-wise, it's going to be so much fun to watch, because as a theme park enthusiast, I like seeing the competition across the board, because the more competition, the more we get as the consumer. We get better attractions, we get better experiences over time. And again, I feel like this might be a massive new market for the theme parks that they could definitely dip their toes in. And if this is successful, if Universal comes away with this and makes billions of dollars off of this, well, you can bet $1 million that Disney's going to be doing the same thing. But you also have to take in consideration Disney's timetable for stuff like this. Is it already too late for Disney to react to something like this? I don't know. I don't think it is. I think they can still, play around in this market. Again, this is just the early first stages of it. So I don't think Disney is too late, but it will take Disney quite a long time to build something that is like this, that like what Universal's doing. It's a very cool concept, and I think it's going to be very successful for Universal. And judging from the concept art that they released today, it looks really, really good. The SpongeBob area alone, I think, is going to draw a huge crowd. The Trolls area is going to be very popular, and then the Jurassic area, literally every aspect of the park is great. And I've been noticing this with Universal. Obviously, they're very heavy on the IP thing. All the parks are. And a lot of you know my thoughts on the IP stuff. I like to see original and IP. I like to see a good combo of both. But I can see why a lot of these places want to do the IP, especially in this little kids park, because then the kids can relate to their favorite cartoon characters. But I will say Universal has been doing some really good IPs in their parks. Like, look at Epic Universe. We have Super Nintendo World confirmed, and then we have the rumored How to Train Your Dragon. We have the rumored Wizarding World, and then we have the rumored Monsters. Like, that whole theme park is stacked, and they're gonna make so much money. I mean, it is stacked. And this little kids park is also stacked. I mean, you've got Trolls, Minions, Jurassic World or Jurassic Park, and SpongeBob. Come on. I mean, they are going to be printing money, especially with the food and the merchandise. If it's very appealing for the kids, oh, they're going to be printing money in these places. And I can tell you this right now, this new park concept from Universal will kill family fun centers. I don't think that people are going to want to spend money at family fun centers, which can be kind of expensive, honestly. They would rather just save the extra little cash and go to this, especially in Texas. If there's some like family fun centers nearby, well, okay, we could save an extra few bucks and go to Universal and have a cleaner experience, maybe a better overall experience, and we get that Universal brand. Like, we had a great time in Orlando, or we had a great time in Hollywood, but hey, our kids are gonna love this, and we can trust that the service is gonna be great. Again, the park is gonna be clean, and the standards are gonna be very high. So family fun centers, they better watch out, because if this concept takes off, I would not be surprised if Disney does the same thing, like I was saying, and more of these little parks pop up around the country, if not around the world. This is going to be so much fun to watch. What do you think? I just wanted to break the news because there's a lot of exciting things happening when it comes to Universal parks and destinations. They're doing so many things lately, and I'm just extremely excited for their future. It seems like they are doubling down on so many new additions, and as a theme park enthusiast and fan, I love that, because it means great things at Universal, and it means great things for competition, because all the competition wants to draw in the consumer as well, and I will take all of it. So go ahead and comment down below. What do you think of this brand new park, the Universal Kids Resort? Do you think the name is great? Do you think that it should be named something differently? Do you think this is a great idea? Do you think that it's going to flop on them? Do you think Disney is going to react to this? Do you think Disney will build their own little kids destination? Let me know down in the comments. I love chatting about this subject. As you can see, I'm super passionate about it. Again, the theme park industry is so much fun, because it seems like every single week there's something new happening. If you enjoyed today's video, you can let me know by smashing the thumbs up button. And if you're new to the channel and you love these videos about theme park subjects or the vlogs from the parks, consider subscribing because I have brand new videos from some of your favorite theme parks every single week that you won't want to miss out on. Be sure to check out my Instagram account. I post there, and I sometimes post breaking news stuff there that I don't normally post here on the channel. But until the next video, I hope you have a beautiful day, morning, evening, whatever it is. And I'll see you next time in the parks. Bye.